Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
So you're more than welcome. Thanks for coming here. Now we are late. We are ashamed to be late to the Bulletproof party. So because this is series 2.
It is indeed, yeah.
Okay, we missed series 1, missed out on series 1, but the rest of the world didn't. So tell us about how it fared on the Sky. I don't know, tick sheet or whatever they'd say. You know, if you were employees, your appraisals went pretty well, I would imagine.
Yeah, we were employees of that month that it came out.
Yeah. Every month.
Yeah, we won everything. We won everything.
Did you win some awards?
No, we didn't win awards.
We didn't win any awards, but in terms of viewers, we were, I think the highest on Catch Up, the highest live audience, and also, in terms of when they asked people about why they subscribe to Sky, we were like top of that as well. So.
Yeah, it's what is the call to action, isn't it? The intention to buy Sky, and you were like number 1 on that.
Yeah, we were well up there. Yeah.
Pretty cool. So they must like you then.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we think so.
All right, so for people who don't know, tell everybody, Noel Clarke and Ashley Walters, who you play and what you get up to, both of you.
Right, so I play Officer Ronald Pike. Noel plays a guy called Aaron Bishop. We're 2 NCA cops.
What does NCA mean for people who don't know?
National Crime Agency.
Yeah.
So basically, we're a mixture of like all different police departments in one sort of building.
Bit of Sweeney, bit of cyber, bit of everything.
Yeah, deals with like massive organised crime generally.
All right. Okay. And the opening sequence of the first episode of the second series. I mean, it was Bond-esque. Right? Can you actually drive that well?
Yeah, I can actually.
You can.
Was that because I saw some of the driving sequences? I thought, I think he's actually doing that.
Yeah, I do a lot of my own driving. I'd say at least like 90% of it. In South Africa, where we just come back from, actually, where we were shooting a special, I did all of it.
Yeah.
But so I do a lot of the driving. I enjoy it.
All right. So now, no animals were harmed in the making of the second series of Bulletproof, but many scooters were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your current scooter count today?
How many were there?
There's 2 in that sequence.
Yeah,
and then there's 5 in about in one scene.
Yeah, I take one out. Right.
And then Scooch and the girls.
Yeah.
There's I think about 7 or 8 in that episode.
Season.
All right, so you're dealing with drugs, you're dealing with knife crime, you're dealing with everything that's going on at the moment. So many things about it that work because it's relevant, it's cool. It's dealing with things that we need to talk about now that aren't talked about as much as perhaps they should be. It's funny. It's dealing with domestic issues at home. It's dealing with because the sort of main arc of episode 1 is the fact that there are organised gangs selling drugs on the streets, but then certain sort of goings on quieten down, and they quieten down for a reason, and this is a thing, isn't it? So they stop selling one drug so they can start selling another drug.
Yeah, well, crime families or organised crime will kind of strangle the market on one thing and intimidate people to not sell it. And when everyone's kind of like, where's my fix, they introduce something new or their version of something new. So
that's when it gets, well, it's dangerous anyway, but it gets even more dangerous then because the drugs aren't as pure as the other ones.
They're not as pure. They're more dangerous. They could be more potent, and that's when it gets to the organised crime level where people like us have to get involved and be the good guys and stop it.
I love your boss. What's her name?
Tanner.
I didn't realise. I thought. If I had to bet, I wouldn't have thought she'd have got as potty mouth. She does.
I know, right? I know.
She does. She's amazing. She's like your M, isn't she?
Yeah, 100%.
She's so
great.
cool.
She's
Except she says a few beeps here and there.
Yeah.
Put us in our place.
You got the M bombs and the F bombs, and then there are 2 new recruits, two good badass girls.
Yes.
Who would tell us about those?
So you got Lucy Shorthouse and Olivia Chenery, and they play Paige and Scarlett, who's nicknamed Scooch.
Right, and then anyways, they're coming to get your crown, aren't they?
Well, potentially. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
It could be them after, you never know. But yeah, they're 2 really good girls that come in and just kick butt and really add a lot to the team and just make it whole.
They're up to speed pretty quickly, aren't they?
They have to be.
They're thrown in the deep end.
They're thrown straight in the
early
deep
on.
end.
I mean, it's very physical, your show, isn't it? Ashley, we've got to talk about your yoga. Because your car chases, you got drugs. You got knife crime, you got guns. You got London at night, and it's worse than at its best in the day. You got the police being brilliant, the police doing what they have to do, the police breaking rules and risking,
bending rules.
Bending rules,
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No, in a way, I'm trying to say, because the police have to do things that the consequence of which they could suffer from personally, but they have to do these things, they have to put themselves right out there. The police get £1 million from a drugs gang, and then you two gone, oh, whatever. But in the middle of all this, your character, Noel, walks into Ashley's house, and Ashley's doing full-on yoga.
Yeah.
Now,
You'll see if you see the season.
Yeah.
As you watch season 1,
do you develop it?
And you see the rest of this season, you'll understand why. Because this guy's character, like Bishop, is crazy, pretty much, and just takes this guy on a huge journey every time. Everything that happens, it's just like it can never be easy. So he's just stressed all the time. Obviously, he's got 2 girls, a wife at home. You know, so he's just stressed.
And my character's got no tie, so he'll be like, "Oh, there's a window, let's jump through it." And his character's like, "Woosah, let's not do that."
Yeah. Because he sort of has to be
exactly.
to cope with the situation.
Yeah.
But so, did you do yoga before Bulletproof, or because of Bulletproof?
I don't go yoga every week, but I have gone every now and again. I do a lot of hot yoga. Especially when I'm training a lot as well. So, so I knew kind of a few different poses or whatever when it came to that. So he wasn't expecting me to be like that.
And my reaction is real, and much like it is in real life when he tells me about hot yoga, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Tell us about what you used to watch as kids, you two.
Lethal Weapon, Fat Bad Boys, obviously.
Yeah.
Just a lot of like American action, duo films.
Starsky and Hutch,
Starsky and Hutch,
But it was always where there's a bit of banter.
100%. Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, they actually live off the banter. Do you know what I mean? That's the most important thing about the show is like the connection between the 2 main characters, and that's what we tried to create with this.
Yeah, some of the best parts of the A-Team were when they used to try and get BA on the planes. Remember?
Of course I did.
And it was like, what scheme could they do to
fool? I'm not no fool.
I ain't no fool. You know what I mean? But it's that sort of flavour, you know.
It is, but but if you talk to midwives and nurses, or you talk to people in the services, it's the banter that keeps them going.
Yeah,
because that's it. Yeah. It's a vocation, isn't it? It's not an occupation. They do it because they have to. It's a higher calling. Yeah. And it's that keeps them going. Which is why if you go for a night out whether police officers or military personnel or nurses or doctors are letting off steam, you better be ready for that night out because it's not going to be a quiet night for sure. Right. So, Noel, we're talking to Ashley about his yoga. Now, I've been working with Vassos for like 9-10 years, and he's been running marathons forever. And he runs ultras, and he's run Spartathlon and things like this.
Wow.
And then so via osmosis, somehow I fell under his spell, and I started to do the same thing about 6-7 years ago, and now I do similar things, but nowhere near as often as he does. But I do run, and it seems to me that Ash may have worked his sort of magic on you, Noel.
His voodoo, yeah, 100%.
So tell us what's happened to you. So I have a picture, a before and after picture in front of me of you. Yeah. Tell us that story.
Yeah. So Ashley's in even when he thinks he's out of shape, he's in pretty good shape, to be honest. And he's got a fantastic body.
Easy.
we were doing season 2, and Ash kind of was like, I feel like I'm getting a bit out of shape. Once we come back from Cyprus, because we shoot in Cyprus in season 2, but we filmed it in Malta. Once I come back, I'm gonna get in shape, and I was like really out of shape. So I said, you know what, mate, I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna do it. You tell me what you're doing. We don't live near each other, but I'll go to my gym. I'll do a similar thing, and it just caught on. And I used to be a gym instructor like years and years ago, so I should know better. But I was out of shape, and I just worked hard and got in shape.
So tell us before, how heavy were you there?
I mean, I'm like 84 kilos or something like that, and
so it's about 180 pounds, something like that.
And you have 26% body fat, and
So you're over 13 stone there, and you're not the tallest guy in the world, are you?
I'm 5'9" only.
Okay, so. I mean you're not completely out of shape, but then we have the picture next to it of how you are now.
Yes, now.
I mean you're properly ripped there.
That is.
I mean, that is done. Yeah. So what are you down to?
Body fat down to 12%. And down to, I think it's like 67 kilos, which it seems small, but actually, I'm here in front of you. I'm not, it's not actually that small.
Yeah, but you're tight.
Yeah,
it's looking good.
My waist has gone down to 27 inches. How about that?
That's great.
Well, if we vac packed you wouldn't get much smaller. Let's put it that way.
I wouldn't.
Okay, that is very impressive. If you go to @Virgin Radio UK now on Instagram, you can look at the picture that we're talking about. And so did you check in on each other? Did you have?
Yeah. We were in constant communication over it.
Did you give him some tips?
Well, actually, listen. This is the truth. So I started the whole thing, but Noel has like this OCD. And,
Of course he does.
Yeah, like, so he when he got on the calories and macros and numbers and whatever, it's like he counts everything that he eats and whatever. So he's gone way ahead of me.
Now,
way ahead of me.
we're all, well, we've nearly all gone. I've gone and Bus has gone. We've gone plant-based. Have you heard about?
Yeah.
Are you plant-based?
No, I'm not. But weirdly, shall I say this? I'm not quite, but I've invested in quite a few plant-based companies.
That's a very wise move. That's a different way of going plant-based.
Because I'm very interested in it, and I've definitely pulled back on a lot of things, including certain milks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm transitioning the family, but I haven't done it fully yet.
Yeah,
But
and it's you know nobody has to do anything they don't want to do,
Yeah.
and you do whatever you like. But it's just the information's out there, and
Yeah.
it's pretty compelling. Quite
It
a lot
is
of
interesting,
isn't it? Okay. Tell us how come you two ended up in South Africa. This is a first. So we're just talking to the boys off the air, and it's a series 3's in the bag because you're like the most popular thing on Sky, and they said, well, sort of, but we're sort of. We're filming sort of series 2.5. We're like, we're sorry, we've never heard. Been doing this quite a while now, boys. Never really heard of series 2.5. Please
2.5, yeah.
explain further.
Well, you go on.
So they were really happy with season 1 and really happy with 2 in the bag, and we've both got other commitments, and they didn't want to wait too long for 3. So they said, while we're waiting, we can fit in a sort of 2.5, which are like some specials that we can put out later in the year. But we want it to be special. So not just, we don't want to do a short season in London. So what can we do? And we said, well, we got this idea where our characters are just on holiday. So they're on holiday, minding their own business on a beach somewhere.
Love it.
Something kicks off.
Midsummer Murders.
Yeah. With a stunt here and there.
With a stunt, yeah.
And something kicks off, and being the cops that we are, we're compelled to help, and we get drawn into this thing, and what you get is an amazing 3-episode thrilling thing with us out of our depth, in a different country, and that's what we literally came back from South Africa on Friday.
Good for
yeah.
you.
Right.
Good for you. And your eyes are sparkling. You're so excited. You're so in the now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're so on it. How does it feel?
It feels really good. It feels good to have a project, to be part of a project that's done so well, that people love so much, and, to be on season 2. It's not often that you get to season 2 or 3 in this game, so you have to, we take our hats off to each other, and we just appreciate it every day.
And something that you love, because when you know what it's like, when you enjoy your work, when you really enjoy it, it's not like work, is it?
Yeah. Well, it comes to you, doesn't it?
You go in with your mates and you just have a laugh all day, and you create something, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I mean that's all true as long as you stay focused on it.
100%,
because it's easy to have such a laugh. The laugh you start to have more of a laugh than you do in the work, and then suddenly the foundations disappear, and the whole thing comes tumbling down.
Yeah, we
Not
never do
that
that.
I've had any experience of this one.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But it's great to have a mate as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like being in a band as opposed to being a solo performer.
Yeah.
And
so
obviously you get on really well, and I'm sure you pick each other up when maybe something.
Yeah, we do. We have
100%,
those
yeah.
moments.
The rough and the smooth.
There's
always those
one of
moments.
us down, you know what I mean? The other one comes in.
Come on, smile.
You all
What's
right?
wrong with you? Yeah,
Make the other one laugh.
And
yeah.
what do people not want you as a double act now then? So when they come a call in other jobs, isn't it because they want the pair of you?
No, weirdly, I think.
Actually, yeah, that hasn't happened.
No, I think it goes back to the type of now that we've done so well in this one, I think people don't want us together because it's kind of like, would they be able to match it? So let's just put them in separate shows.
Yeah, I would think Hollywood would come a call and they'd watch these shows and see how well they're doing.
Well, it does well in America.
It's
Actually,
now tell us the irony of America and what you have to do to the eps that go out in America. This is
Crazy.
Is it funny or is it? I don't know. It's either really ironic or absolutely transparent.
both, I think. So it does all right in America. It's doing well in America, and it's on the CW. But for the American versions, we have to re-record all the language that has any sort of swearing in it.
Yeah.
And take that all out. So we suddenly go, oh my gosh, what the fudge is happening? Do you know what I mean? Or things like that.
Cauliflower. We use cauliflower. What the cauliflower are you doing over there? Throw in a few vegetables. They love that.
So there's one scene where I say I take the Lord's name in vain, but we've changed it to me going, oh, cheese on toast, because it matches with the lips.
Oh my God, parents! Yeah, I love it. Okay, so you're big in the States. Where else does the show play well?
South Africa.
South
right?
Africa, I think it's in Australia.
Yeah,
It's sold in quite a few territories, so it's been a good experience.
All right. So what else are you up to, you two?
Well, obviously I have another show on the old Netflix called Top Boy.
I haven't seen that one. I'm
you haven't
sorry.
seen that
sorry.
one?
Sorry.
No worries.
There's only I have a million children.
You'll get around to it. You'll get around to
Noel
it.
Clarke.
But yeah, we've just announced we'll be doing another season, so I start that soon. Start shooting.
Yeah.
Soon.
Well, congratulations.
And I'm producing a show at the minute which is shooting for Channel 5 called The Drowning. So, as well as acting, I have a company that I co-CEO, and we make shows. So we're making a show at the minute which is shooting. And then I'm about to start a new ITV drama, which I'm not allowed to mention at the minute, but I'm sure it'll get announced in a couple of days.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Grafting.
Good.
Love it. And are you going to stay fit? Is that it?
Yeah,
Are you done now?
No. I got to maintain it.
Yeah.
It's got to be maintained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that motivation or is that life? Is that behavioural change? Because behavioural change is
It's
long term.
behavioural change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real education you get, doing that sort of thing. And actually, once you know how to manage the way your healthy lifestyle, hopefully you can keep it up.
And Ash, when are you next to the gym or to the hot yoga?
I'm in gym every day.
Are
So
you?
I go to gym at least twice a day.
Twice a day?
Yeah, at least twice a day.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness me.
I'm addicted.
No, I know.
I'm
Well,
absolutely
it's a good
addicted.
thing to be addicted
Yeah,
to.
yeah, no, 100%. There's worse things. So.
Do you know, somebody said yesterday, they said, you can't be addicted to things that are hard. You're only addicted to things that are easy. That's
Gym-
quite interesting, though, isn't it?
Gym is not easy.
No,
No,
that's
it's
what
not
I'm
easy.
saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they say you're addicted to things that you find easy, which is why you fall off the wagon. Because whereas if it's hard, it can't be addiction. It's got to be something else.
Yeah, well.
Wonder what
It's
that might be.
interesting. But it's the results, isn't it? When you start seeing, you're like, oh my gosh, actually, look how different I'm looking. I think that is a good feeling,
Yeah, and then more good comes to you, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It just keeps on coming.
It's the focus as well. It's the discipline and focus that comes with it. I like as well. So.
Okay, so do you do HIIT workouts at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what? Give us if you could. They say that one meal before you die, right? One gym session before you die. What would it be?
Yeah, it would always be. So I always start off on the treadmill, at least for like 15 minutes.
With it turned on or off?
No, with it on. No, with it on.
There are boot camps. First 5 minutes, power off.
No, that's hard. That's hard. That's
exactly.
hard. That's like uphill struggle.
Okay, so
No,
15 minutes
I'll
on the
do like a
treadmill.
15-minute warm up, plank, front planks, side planks, walk into press ups, and then like a really hard ab session. So I'll do like V sit ups, 25 V sit ups, 25 normal sit ups, 25 V sit ups, 25 normal sit ups.
Wow.
So that'll be like my first half an hour.
And
you
then
hit-
I walk in and say, what we doing, eh?
Did you hear Muhammad Ali's rule for sit-ups?
No.
Okay, so he did 100, right? But he would only start counting when it began to hurt.
Oh wow.
That's quite a good rule,
Yeah,
isn't
that's a good
it?
one. I might try that
So you
today.
give, exactly, I thought you might. And so mornings and afternoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And which gives you the biggest high? Which session? The morning or the afternoon?
Mornings, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. First thing.
And then do you forgive yourself in the afternoons? It would take it a bit easier in the afternoon. or?
I do probably, yeah. And I'll probably do a bit more cardio than I would like weights or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you're an all-round inspiration to both of you.
Thank
right,
you,
Noel
man.
Clarke and Ashley Walters, Bulletproof Series 2. We are new to the party, but we loved it last night. All episodes available to watch on Sky One from next Friday, 20th of March. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You are
Thank
very welcome.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.